What is up, everybody? Tegan here with High Point. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we have something special for you visual astronomy enthusiasts out there. But before we dive into the details, there's something that we want to discuss we find worth mentioning, and that is your time is valuable. And if you're an amateur astronomer, which is probably why you're watching this video in the first place, then this is something that you may understand. Your time under those precious clear nights shouldn't be spent wishing that you had a better telescope with better quality optics giving you better quality views, and this is why we're excited to bring to you the 102mm f11 FCD-100 Doublet Refractor from Apertura. So like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Alright, so if we're talking brass tacks, this telescope is expensive for a purely visual telescope, but what you gain in return is the confidence that your views of the night sky are going to be the best they possibly can be at that time and place, limited by the atmosphere and environmental conditions only, not by the optics or the design of the telescope. In a world full of one-size-fits-all telescopes that try to be everything for all amateur astronomers, the Apertura 102 EDR stands out because it knows exactly what it stands for, and that is visual astronomy. So with that being said, now let's talk about build quality, design, features, performance, and everything that this exciting telescope has to offer. Let's take a look. Upon opening the box, you'll find a nice solid aluminum hard case with 3 locks and a handle. Inside lies the Apertura 102 EDR itself, several accessories, as well as custom in slots for additional visual accessories like the Apertura 2-inch diagonal and even 1 1/4 inch and larger 2-inch eyepieces. Having a nice case like this is going to, 1, maintain the integrity of your refractor, and 2, make it easy to travel out to dark sky sites with all the accessories that you need. The Apertura 102 EDR has an aperture diameter of 102mm or 4 inches, a focal length of 1122mm, and a focal ratio of f11, ideal for high contrast, high magnification views. The airspace lens element consists of high quality FCD-100 extra low dispersion glass designed to work in tandem with its companion K9 crown glass element for incredibly sharp and color accurate views through your eyepiece. This scope weighs in at a mere 10.5 pounds and has a retracted length of 39.5 inches and a fully extended length of 48.5 inches. Lifting this telescope onto a mount is so easy, and then when you extend the dew shield and you take a step back, this telescope just looks so awesome. The view of a large refractor on a high quality mount is hard to beat. Now, if we head towards the back of the refractor, you'll immediately notice that the rear cell is detachable, meaning it can be used with bino viewers for an even more immersive experience. It boasts a very solid dual speed 10:1 ratio rack and pinion focuser, and besides the look and feel of this thing, this is one of the first things that really impressed me. The entire focuser is metal and it is really smooth. There is no play in the knobs, and when you twist it, you can really feel that resistance, and that kind of feedback is what we look for as visual astronomers. Apertura also includes an extra set of holes for a second finder scope or red dot finder. Now, around the Apertura 102 EDR are stout mounting rings with additional holes for other accessories, and it also comes with knurled thumb screws along with a 9 5/8 inch Vixen style dovetail, which is compatible with most mounts on the market. It comes with an extendable dew shield and locking screws, and of course an objective cover. Now, upon opening the box, I was also very excited to see that the color matched 10x50 right angle finder scope is a doublet as well and has an adjustable illuminated reticle. Not only this, but you can adjust the finder scope with the helical focuser, and you can adjust the focus of the crosshair itself. Lastly, the optional color match diagonal is a 2-inch twist lock prism diagonal for super secure and sturdy viewing experience, and this comes with a 2-inch to 1 1/4 inch adapter. Like I mentioned, the diagonal is optional, and this refractor is included with or without this diagonal, and both of those links are in the description below. Alright, so now that we've talked about build quality and design, let's talk about what you can see through the Apertura 102 EDR. As we've mentioned several times on this channel, describing a view through an eyepiece can be quite difficult since we all have different observing skills and practices and experiences and perspectives. But what I can tell you is that the views of Jupiter through this telescope with the 7mm and 4mm aperture eyepieces are some of the sharpest that I have ever seen. Even at these high magnifications where atmospheric disturbances can blur the views, this telescope still provided some incredible detail on the surface. I was able to see subtle details within the bands of Jupiter. I was able to see a band that wrapped halfway across the face of Jupiter, and the moons didn't look like points of light. They actually looked like spheres, which I have never really seen before in a telescope, so that was really incredible. Stars through this telescope remain incredibly sharp, and it's very important to mention that a 4-inch refractor is capable of viewing all 110 Messier deep sky objects if your skies are dark enough, and you can still see a large majority of those under light polluted skies. At this focal length with a wide 28mm eyepiece, you can roughly fit 4 moons side by side, and this refractor has the ability to view a maximum of 2.45 degrees, which is about 5 full moons side by side in a wide field eyepiece. An F11 refractor, especially one with FCD-100 glass, is designed to excel at these kind of things, and the Apertura 102 EDR does exactly that. It provides high contrast views, the stars were incredibly sharp, the chromatic aberration was extremely well controlled, and it provided predictable views night after night. Overall, I had so much fun using this telescope, and out in the field, I had a flawless experience. I'm typically a reflector guy. I've always have been. I like it for visual astronomy, like Dobsonians, and I've always used large reflectors and Newtonians for deep space astrophotography. But I can say that with the Apertura 102 EDR, that visual sessions that I had with this telescope were some of the most fun that I've had in a really long time. Well, that is it for our full review over the Apertura 102 FCD-100 Doublet Refractor. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments, and if you're looking for a high quality, high performing, predictable visual telescope to view the night sky, the Apertura 102 EDR in this video is a great choice for you. Again, I am Tegan. Thank you so much for tuning in, and clear skies.